Assalamu alaikum children, how are you all? Hope you all are very good. Children, in our today's session, we are going to learn about how air exerts pressure and also about how air expands on heating and proving that hot air is lighter than cold air. Now let us enter into our lesson. Let us see how air exerts pressure. For that, you have to take a syringe and draw out its plunger, that is a piston, to the limit. Now, close the nozzle of the syringe with your finger and press the piston. Now, were you able to press the piston? Yes, but with some difficulty. Did you feel pressure on your finger while doing so? Yes, we should apply some pressure on our finger in order to do this activity. So, what do you think exerted pressure on your finger? Yes, it is the air that is exerting pressure on our finger while we have closed the nozzle of the syringe and while we are pressing the piston at that time, as there is no space in order to occupy by the air we are feeling or the air is exerting pressure here. So this proves that air exerts pressure. Now we go for another simple activity, that is air expands on heating. To do this activity, let us take an empty injection bottle and an empty ballpoint refill. Now remove the pin of the refill and insert one of its ends in the cork of the injection bottle as you are seeing here in figure 5. Now put a water drop on the upper end of the refill. Now rub your hands together so that they become warm. Carefully pick up the bottle and hold it in both your hands for some time so that the bottle also becomes warm. Now let us see what happens to the water drop. How does it behave? When bottle is held up in both the warm up hands, the heat touches the bottle and air inside the bottle gets warmth. That warmth air goes up into the refill and touches the water drop. Then water drop behaves as it increasing in its size and also decreasing in its size. Can we infer from the first this observation that air expands on heating? Yes, we infer by this that air expands on heating. Now let us do another small activity about hot air is lighter than the cold air. For that, you have to observe this figure A and figure 6A and 6B. Take two paper bags or empty paper cups of the same size. Now take a broomstick. Hang the two bags in the inverted position on the two ends of the broomstick. Tie a piece of thread in the middle of the stick. Now hold the stick by the thread like a weighing balance. Put a burning candle below one of the bags as you are seeing here in 6B. And observe what happens. Why is the balance of the bags disturbed? Note that we have used paper bags or cups as to see the results of these experiments. If we take any such light objects to hang on the thread, handle the burning candle carefully. See that the paper cups must be fixed. Now you can see here in 6B, after heating, now the paper cup which we have heated at that time, the air has that means the air has become warm here and or hot. Now the hot air is lighter, so it moved up and the other side it has came down. It proves that hot air is lighter than the cold air. Now take a balloon and fill it with air. Heat it slowly. What happens? The balloon expands and the air inside exerts more pressure on the walls. If the tight end is opened now, what would happen? The air from the balloon would slowly escape. Why does that happen? Think. Hmm. Take a balloon, blow air into it. As we fill it up, it expands and it becomes harder to press the walls of the balloon. The inside air exerts pressure on the walls of the balloon. Now open the mouth of the balloon slightly. What happens? Air from the balloon comes out. You can open the mouth less or more and control the flow of air. The air in the balloon is at a high pressure and it goes towards the low pressure area. You already know that when air moves, it is called wind. Air moves from the region where the air pressure is high to the region where the pressure is low. The greater the difference in pressure, the faster the air moves. We still have to think why winds occur in nature, how is the pressure difference that causes winds created in nature, is there a difference in temperature involved? Now for this, let us to understand this, let us do another small activity. Take an incense stick agarbatti and light it. Observe the smoke of the incense stick. Where does it go? Now, our observations from above activities from this activity indicate that a warm air rises up as you are seeing in figure 6b. Also, it is important to remember that on heating the air expands and occupies more space. When something occupies more space, it becomes less dense. The warm air is therefore less dense than the cold air. Thus, smoke and hot air go up. Similarly, to observation of activities done so far, numerous factors contribute to heat air. When the air rises up, air pressure at the place becomes low, and we have many kinds of winds as air comes to occupy areas of lower pressure. The differential heating of land and water by the sun leads to land and sea breeze. Here you can see land and sea breeze in figure 7. The land heats up faster than the sea, so warm air rises over the land during the day as it is warmed by the sun. At certain times of a year, this can create a sea breeze, which is a gentle breeze blowing into the land. At night, the land cools faster than the sea, reversing the airflow. This creates a land breeze that blows out to the sea. Now, children, in our next session, we will be learning about the effects of moving air and uneven heating on the earth. So, children, up to that, be happy. Allah Hafiz.